Yeah,
Let's get this underway. Flying under the red banner, we have the trading troops. Their first ship is the Arma Freaking Geddon, a Mobula being piloted by a Mean Machine. On the top, we have a Hades. On the upper decks, we have a pair of Artemises. And on the lower deck, Banshee and Carronade. Very interesting setup. They're also running the Sky Slicer, a Pyramidion being piloted by Kamoba. This is a Gatling Artemis forward Pyramidion, with another Artemis on the lower deck, and a Flare to boot.
and then for the blue team, we have the Solus Ortum, a Pyramidion piloted by Hillerton. And that is Gat Carronade, the ramming build, which is probably going to be fairly effective against the Mobula. And they have got a Carronade and a flare gun to support. And wrapping things up for the semifinals, we have the Lib QT, once again a Hades flak Mobula, the Hades flak Pyramidion piloted by Lydia Litviak, with a Banshee and flare gun support.
All right, we have a pause.
Oh, hang
Looks
on.
like we're
Hillerton saying that
sorted.
we're sorted now. So maybe there's not a pause.
All right,
Timer is unpaused. All right, never mind.
excellent.
Crisis averted.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Spots going down. Both teams see each other right off the bat. We could get some early sniping.
That would
Even though
certainly
there's just Hades. They might still
uh,
try for it.
there's some Artemises too, I believe, on the Mobula, on the Armor Freak again. So they
Yeah.
might be able to do some real good damage from this sort of distance.
Yeah, this engagement favors trading troops. So I
Hmm.
think that the riders are just going to pull off of it. Yeah, they're going to work their way around the center of the map, actually. They're going to take cover, take advantage of that quick mobility. I think they have buffs on Solar Sortum. Not
All
anymore.
ships have been
They wore
spotted.
off.
One of
Buffs
the
on
riders
engines
managed
wore
to
off.
ditch it, but everyone knows where each other are now. So engagements should be forthcoming.
Yep. Hades and Artemis raining down on LibQT, who's trying to return fire with the Hades.
Oh, but it's only their weapons are at a lot of risk for going down here. They see that they are taking a lot of damage very quickly, and they will go into cover. But will they take a little bit of perma damage? They take
Little bit.
at least a tap.
Now, Solus Ortum is going in trying to buy time for its ally to repair, but now it's all alone. It's going to get focused down by the Sky Slicer and the Arma.
Yeah, they do lose hull. Sky Slicer is now using that Artemis to do a little bit of perma damage. Armor freaking getting using its as well. Single Artemis may not be a threat to the perma hull, but 3 is a problem as the Sky Slicer does finish it off.
Bathes in the blood of its enemies.
And now the Lib QT is stuck all alone, and it's got that cover it was just behind, but these ships are at slightly different angles, so it might be able to follow her as, yeah, she's taking some damage.
A little bit. Armor comes back up very quickly, but that's at the expense of the engines, which are all down right now. Sky Slicer coming in hard.
Yep,
Oof.
and they tried to dodge vertically, which was the only thing the pilot could do at that point, and not to much avail as trading troops manages to stay at 100 and give each other a high five for their performance.
No, that was more like a booty bump.
Or like a little
Hip
butt
check.
slap. Yeah, little little butt slap that happens in the sports.
In the sports balls. Yeah,
The
see, more parallels.
more parallels. This game is basically sports ball. Oh boy.
No, I will say the Sky Slicer has been doing awesome this game.
Yeah.
I'm very
Well,
impressed.
really
Gatling
good.
Artemis is not a common build, but it's been working quite well.
Yeah, really good piloting by Kaumba.
Good gunning. Good, like this ship is solid.
Mm-hmm.
This is we haven't really seen complete solidness on any of the ships so far today, I don't think. At least on this side of the bracket. You know, there have been a lot of mistakes, there have been questionable decisions, but the Sky Slicer of this game is just no. Like after that first engagement, yeah, it's good. It is quite good.
Trading troops have been spotted, are turning about. Yep, riders also been spotted. So these ships. This is a similar engagement to what we just saw. LibQT realizing this. Realizing this and taking cover behind. Solus Ortum is ducking low, heading
Ooh.
for this little bit of cover. Takes an Artemis to the engine, but do manage to get into cover. They are ducking around. They actually have a really good opportunity to go north and then go southeast, and they will be right on top of these ships with a lot of cover to defend them.
LibQT going to be sparring at distance and losing their guns very quickly.
Yeah, that Artemis, I think at this range, Artemis definitely has a one up on the flak with that disable power, able to keep those weapons suppressed.
Yeah, definitely. Sky Slicer sees the Solus Ortum, turns to face it. Artemis going into it, trying to hit the guns. Solus Ortum going to return fire with the Gat Caro. Rams coming down.
Sky
Crunch.
Slicer loses a weapon. Solus Ortum loses hull, and they are getting carronaded. They are getting a little bit of Artemis in them. Hull comes up, not for long, and they try to moonshine away, but will it be enough? I don't believe so.
Armor down on the Solus Ortum for an inordinate amount of time. Now it comes back up, and they begin firing the Armor freaking Geddon, but the Arma has other ideas for it. Now the Arma taking some Echidna, but it goes wide.
Yeah, they dodged low and were able to avoid a lot of that. And now the LibQT has got their engine columns exposed to that Gatling Artemis. And they are losing hull quickly. There it goes. Artemis is connecting one. Oh, are they going to ram?
They're going to go for the ram? They're doing it.
Come back.
Ram goes into the balloon.
Oh. Yeah,
not quite what they want.
They're doing a good job making sure that Gatling hits the hull. Solus Ortum spawns back in really close. They've got to finish off the LibQT quickly if they want to keep this these 2v1 engagements going.
And they're tanking right now. Armor goes down, though. Artemis is chipping away. Armor comes back up again.
They're going to have a little bit rougher time tanking now that their balloon is gone as well. They have to split those engineers. And there
they go. Solus Ortum spawns into a meat grind, I think.
Oh, if they can finish this off, Trading Troops will win 5-0.
Solus Ortum moving in. Armor friggin' Geddon firing for all it's worth, but the armor's not looking great. Solus Ortum not going to be able to keep arcs.
Armor freaking Geddon hydrogen's up and unfortunately gets a little over exuberant and loses their hull. Loses their balloon. Solus Ortum loses hull as the Sky Slicer moves in to engage. LibQT spawns, but I don't think they'll be able to get to positions fast enough to put on a big hit on the Solus Ortum. Are the Artemis is going to connect from the Armor freaking Geddon? No, it's too low.
Yeah. This is a huge problem for the Sky Slicer. I think it expected the Arma to be in here a little bit more. Now it's rising up. Armor drops on the Solus. Its hull's getting chipped away. Banshee there from the Arma.
They do not. Solus is just a few Artemises away. Armor freaking Geddon is very close and using that Hades to plug in. Artemis should not be far away. Trading Troops win 5-0.
That's it. They go on to the finals. Centurions won their game against the Mad Hatters. So we're going to have a Trading Troops versus Centurions game, and I think the Trading Troops might be able to do it. They 5-0'd that.
Yeah, that was solid. That was exactly how every engagement went exactly how the Trading Troops wanted it to go. I don't know why the Rydrs brought a Gat Caro to Water Hazard. That's a very close range brawly build. It requires most of the permanent hull damage to come in from the ram. But